Thank you for purchasing the masterheat mat floor warming system. Masterheat is a woven mat with heating elements that are installed in masonry below your finished floor. You can use masterheat under almost any floor covering, including carpet, tile, stone, and laminate. This video will walk you through the installation of a typical project that looks something like this. Masterheat mat will be installed over cement backer board in thin-set mortar and covered with ceramic tile. The power lead goes from the mat up the wall to an electrical box where the masterheat floor warming control is located. Power comes from the circuit box or existing circuit to the control. A floor temperature sensor wire runs from the control to the mat below. As you open up your box, you'll find a masterheat mat like this. These mats come in a wide variety of sizes, and the dimensions are shown on the UL label. This attached label identifies the mat as 120-volt alternating current only. All sizes of masterheat mat are designed to put out the same amount of energy, 12 watts per square foot. Masterheat mats are made in a variety of sizes to fit your needs. Use this equation to help size your electrical supply. If you're working with 120-volt mats, multiply the total square footage of the mats by 0.1. If you're working with 240-volt mats, multiply the total square footage by 0.05. This will give you the number of amps of electrical service you will need to run your system. Refer to your manual for more details. Each mat is built with a blue heating element wire and orange woven mesh that holds the wire. The metal braided power lead at the other end of the mat is the only connection you make to your floor warming control. The power lead is 10 feet long, and at the end you'll find 3 exposed wires, the black, white, and green ground wire. In this video, we will install a masterheat programmable floor warming control with a 7-day schedule to maintain the temperature that's right for you. This control uses a sensor like this one that must be embedded in your floor to sense the floor temperature. For a system that requires more than 15 amps, you will also need to install masterheat relays to carry the additional amps. Here are some electrical items you'll need. A single gang extra deep electrical box or larger 4-inch square box, 12 or 14 gauge electrical wiring cable depending on your local code, a nail guard to protect the power leads at the base plate, a 15 or 20 amp circuit breaker if you get power from your circuit box, a digital multimeter with a range of 0 to 20,000 ohms, a loudmouth floor monitor, a fish tape, and assorted hand tools. Here are some other items you'll need. Latex modified thin-set mortar, a metal or plastic 3/8-inch square notch trowel, hot glue gun, scissors, drywall saw, hammer and wood chisel, tape measure, and staple gun. Before we get started, pay special attention to these cautions. Don't install the mat under non-masonry flooring without first embedding it in a layer of mortar. Don't use glues, caulks, or adhesives to secure your mat. Always use a latex-modified thin-set mortar instead. Don't ever cut the blue heating wire for any reason, and be careful not to damage it with the edge of your trowel. Don't attempt to repair the blue heating wire if it's damaged. Instead, call toll-free at 800-938-7925 for instructions. Don't install one mat on top of another or overlap the mat onto itself. This will cause dangerous overheating. Don't forget to install the floor sensor, and if you do, call us for help. Don't install mats under cabinets, built-ins, or walls. Excessive heat will build up under these items. Don't remove the nameplate UL label at the end of the mat. Always completely embed the heating wire and factory connection in mortar. Your control, or the power to your mat, must be protected by a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI. This function is included on your programmable masterheat control. Use a qualified electrician unless you are qualified to follow all local electrical codes. You must read and understand the enclosed installation manual for a successful installation. For additional information, go to our website at masterfloorheating.com. First, use a good quality multimeter to check the performance of the mats and sensor wire. Look for models that measure ohms or resistance between 0 and 20,000. Ohms are represented by this omega symbol. This model is self-adjusting to the resistance of each mat. If your test leads are not attached to the meter, insert the red lead into the omega jack and the black lead into the COM jack. Set the scale to a low setting, like 200, which means 200 ohms or less. Make sure the leads are not attached to any power supply or to other mats. Hold either the red or black test leads to either the white or black mat leads and note the value shown on the meter. Make sure this number falls within the resistance range printed on the label of each mat. Next, touch the meter leads to the white and green wires and then the black and green wires. Make sure there is no resistance or continuity showing. Conduct these tests when you take the mat from the box, after the mat is fastened to the floor, and after the finished floor covering is complete. Write down your readings in your manual's resistance log. Don't forget to check your floor sensor before you install it. Set the scale to 20,000 ohms, which is shown here as 20K. Hold the test leads to the sensor wires and compare the value to this chart. Our reading of 12.0 means this sensor shows the room temperature to be about 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's what our thermometer says, so the sensor is functioning properly. To continuously monitor your system during installation, we recommend you use a loudmouth. A loudmouth alerts you if a wire has been damaged or broken. It should be used along with a digital ohm meter. First, open the battery compartment and connect the included 9-volt battery. Replace the cover and turn the unit on. The alarm should sound and the red light should turn on. If not, inspect the battery connection or replace the battery. During normal use, the green light indicates that the loudmouth is operational, monitoring your heating elements for damage. If the green light goes out, replace the battery. Next, make sure the power leads and the loudmouth are not connected to any power source. If you are testing a single 120-volt mat, locate the colored wires in the power lead. Insert the black and the white wire into either the L1 or L2 terminals. Either one is okay. Tighten the green copper ground wire into the G or ground terminal. Hang the loudmouth in a convenient location with the monitor switched on and the green light showing. If the red light and alarm come on, stop work and locate the damage to the heating elements. Pull the damaged wire free from the thin set and clean off 4 to 5 inches on each side of the damage. Don't try to repair the wire yourself. Call toll-free 800-938-7925 and ask for technical assistance.